Good morning, students. Welcome back in your online class. Today we are going to discuss about the third stanza of the poem number 2, An Elementary Classroom in a Slum. In the first video, we have discussed about the students, those who are sitting in the classroom. In second video, we have discussed about the donation things which adorned in the classroom. In the next video, we are going to discuss about the lifestyle of these children, those who are reading in an elementary school. First of all, we have to discuss some literary devices of stanza 2. First, walls are described to be dull as sour cream. There is a metaphor. Underline this line and write down there is a metaphor. The future of the kids described as a limited, street sealed with a lead sky. This is again the metaphor. Now next is assonance, repetition of vowels of sound E. See belled, flowery, triloses. Here the repetition of E is here, that's why it is called assonance. Assonance of vowel sound is there. Sound is there. Again I highlighted, sound is there. Repetition sound of the vowel is there. That time we called this assonance. And there is the sound of the word. Only the word would be there. No similar sound. We called it is repetition. Now we will continue with this one video. The next is your allusion. Allusion, reference to well-known person or place. Here the Shakespeare's head or Trilos's valley mentioned in your stanza. Shakespeare's everybody knows. Trilos's valley, I already told you it is in Austria. Repetition, far, repeated. Far, far, the word is repeated twice, that is repetition is there. Now we have to discuss the stanza third. Surely Shakespeare is wicked. The map, a bad example. Wicked, useless. Nobody is there in the classroom to teach them who is Shakespeare, what about its writing. Nobody is there. That means the portrait is useless for them because they don't know about the Shakespeare. That's why poet says wicked. Here the Shakespeare is wicked for them. The map had a bad example. Nobody is there to teach them. This is the map. This is the America. This is North America. This is South America. This is the Antarctica. Nobody is teaching them. So how they are able to read it? That's why he said a bad example. With the ships and sun and love, tempting them to steal. This is more important. With the ships and sun and love. You have to remember this word. With the ship, sun and love. These are the important things. What are the importance in this? Ships. Here the ships denotes the huge, very big. Sun shows the brightness here. Love. Love shows the affection or attraction here. All these things tempted them. That means forcing them to do steal. Steal, to do thief. How? Ship. The children, those who are living in the slum, they want to make themselves rich. They want to live the life like a rich person. So, they start stealing. Second thing, sun. They want also to highlight themselves among the people, among the civilized people, like a sun. That's why the poet used the word sun. Love. Nobody gives the attraction to them. Nobody pays the attention to them. So sometimes they doing stealing only for taking their love. That's why ship, sun and love. Ships denote richness, sun, brightness and love, affection. for life that slyly turn in their cramped holes. And after doing these tempting things, they start living their life only by the stealing or the vocation which hand over with their parents. That's why the poet says their lifestyle is, that means slowly turn into the cramped holes. Cramped holes, the small holes, where the people not able to come out from them. That's why it has written the cramped hole. From fog to the endless night, on their slag heap, these children wear skins peeped through by the bones and spectacles of steels. We have read the Lost Spring chapter. In that one, we have read about the rag pickers. Rag pickers always busy in scrounging the garbage. Here the same also. Their slag heap, they also engross themselves in scrounging the things in the heap or the dumps, where the skins peeped through by the bones and spectacles of steel. See, they are too much thin, their bones are peeping out from their skins. That means their bones are reflecting. We are able to count their bones, how thin they are. Wear skin, that's why poet says they only wear the skins. Spectacles of steel with mended glass. See, if they want to wear the spectacles, what they will do? When we discarded the spectacle frame and we throw into the garbage, they scrounge it there from and wear it. They took the pieces of glasses and mended the glass, and that glass looked like, when we smash the bottle, we see the pieces of glasses. That spread pieces of glasses, we are able to see the glass of the spectacles. See here the simile. With a mended glass like a bottle, bits of stones. Bits of stones means small pieces of stones. All of their time and space are foggy slum. They only wasted their time in scrounging the garbages, in doing thief, and only to attract the people. They never do anything to make themselves develop. That's why the poet says space are foggy slum. So blot their maps. Now the poet urges with the people, blot their maps with their slums as big as doom. They want, we have to emboss these slums like a doom, and we have to make them civilized. There is no place of slum on the map. There is no place of slum on the map. We have to make the doom, that means well-built houses for these people. Now we have to focus the difficult words. Wicked, evil, that means wasteful, tempted, persuade, forcing out, slyly, trickily, slowly, smartly, crammed, confined, small one, slag, weak, mended, repaired, blot to, marked with a spot, doom, disaster. When we want to remove the slum, so first we have to collapse the houses of the slum area. That's why it is called a disaster. Now we have to focus on literary terms of this stanza. Metaphor, their homes are very small like holes. Simile, their repaired spectacles. And the alliteration, use of F sound from fog, that is called alliteration. You have to remember these literary terms. All these are very important. It will come in your examination. Thank you for this one video. We have to continue with this poem in the another video. Thank you.